What's up? What's up?
I don't know why YouTube has been, they lock the orientation like this. I guess they're trying, I don't like this orientation. Yeah, we out here to the tune of about 10 miles per gallon. Got her stretched out at about 80. Fifth gear.
Get on down to the
Everyone can go, Ray. What up, Haynes, Keith Pickens? This is the Skunk Mobile, dude. So we're driving down here. Gonna do a little skunk work for a couple days. I gotta pick up a truck, come back. Gonna leave this guy down in the Noke. What y'all up to, man? Y'all know I'm just out here looking for a Buc-ee's. Oh shit, there's one 9 miles away. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm in North Alabama. Eastbound and down, baby. Eastbound and down. I got a Ford Escape on ride my ass. Go weather gear, bro. That's smart. One of my best pieces of cold weather gear is a hot water machine. Man, it's so great. You kick that burner off, got some nice, just a simple 150 degree water. Keeps your hand nice and toasty. Yeah, she's pretty mean, Keith. She's kind of perfect, man. It's like drivable, fun, but also burn the tires off of it if you want to. She's not geared too low to where it's not fun to drive. You can take it on the interstate. It's also got a 6-speed in it. You see it right there, 6-speed, which is pretty unique. If you put it in 6th gear, dude, it's like a Delta 88 Cutlass, man. It's like floating on a cloud. Midtown, yes it is. A 72 to be exact. Let's go. This is the skunk ride right here, man. It's kind of a perfect car, honestly. It's not so hopped up that you can't drive it. A lot of cars, you can keep going down the rabbit hole with these things. This one's got a small block 400 in it, and it's just an amazing car to drive. It's fun, it's easy to drive, but it also, like I said, it will burn the tires off. So it's just a lot of those cars that gear them so low, Yeah, 72. Yeah, they gear them so low that you can't really drive them anywhere but around town. But I'm in 5th gear right now, sitting at about 3,000, and I could drop it in 6th and then go down to about 2,000. And it's just easy to drive, man. You don't want something geared so low, or it's so loud. It's got, you know, cutouts all the time, or it's dumped off the header, and you can't even talk to the person next to you. Those are fun cars to have, but they're not fun cars to just drive all the time. So I'm happy with this one. This one's fun. Yeah, I'm headed down to Roanoke. But that being said, like, this is a fun car, but I'm about to move here probably early next year, and where I'm at right now, you guys know, like, I've leaned and meaned my life. Wait, this might help. Shit, hold on. Stupid me, I could have just rolled up the window and it probably would have helped a little bit. But next exit. Alright, let's get off on a Buc-ee's. I've leaned and meaned my life for a long time, and I've invested well, and I've worked hard. But I don't, at the place I'm at, I never had a garage, right? So my cars just sit out. My truck just sits out, which is whatever for like a wash truck, really. If you plan on replacing a bunch of stuff, that shit lasts for a long time, especially like engines and like pressure wash pumps, dude. I've never had an issue, and it's set out in the rain since 2018, bro, swear, right? I don't think I've ever even replaced a belt. That's that's how crazy. Like, I've never really had any issues with my equipment, and I'm not mistreating it. It's just going to be out in the weather. But I got a place down here. There's a building down here. We're going to put this Chevelle in, so it'll be out of the weather, and I'll just leave it. I'll leave it down there. Cody can drive it if he wants to drive it. Do whatever the hell he wants to do with it. That's one thing, man. I like cars, but I'm not romantic about cars. You know, I think that my dad used to race dirt track, and he had Chevelles when he was younger, and I had a Trans Am 80 model Z28 when I was like 16, and Dad was never like romantic about the car. It was just a car, and it was meant to be driven, meant to have fun with, and, you know, sell it if you want to sell it, keep it if you want to keep it. And my dad had a Chevelle when he was like 17. I never got to see that Chevelle. He sold it, you know, before I was born. So I sold my 80 Z28. It's just kind of a different way of thinking about it, I guess. I know a lot of guys, they have nice older cars and they're so romantic about it. All right, I'm getting off the interstate right now. Let's see. All right, y'all gonna have to be sideways for a second. Hold on. Come back. You make a turn. These Chevelle dashes are slick. I'll do a little walk around for y'all in a second. Let me get to a gas pump. Don't you know we need a gas pump for this thing? Sheesh. I said I'm gonna take the opportunity to stop at every Buc-ee's possible. If there's a Buc-ee's, I'm gonna pull over. Kane said, he said he's very romantic about it. What up, Michael? See, like, that's the thing, man. I try to not be that way because, and here's why, man. It's like, what I've learned is when I'm romantic about stuff, I can start getting angry about people getting close to it or on it or around it, like kids, man. I've seen guys that just get angry, kids running close to it and stuff, and it's like, bro, you know, you need to park it somewhere else. They don't have nowhere else to park it. Kid bumps up next to it with his bike or something. It's gonna happen if you keep those cars out and around the kids like that. And it's just like, bro, it's just a car, man. At the end of the day, it's meant to be driven. It's like a guitar, you know, guys have old guitars. That's kind of where I started first experiencing that, is with old like 50s and 60s and 40 pre-war Martin guitars when I was in music. Guys either will not play them because they're so old, or you'll have the other kind of guys, which are like me, they'll play the shit out of them because they're a guitar and they're supposed to be played. And it doesn't hurt that Nashville has like some of the best luthiers in the world. That doesn't hurt, because if you break something, you could just take it to a really amazing luthier and they'll fix it. But like, I got a 69 D18 Martin that I played for my little career that I had, and it needs work, dude. It's got little separations in the wood. The back's kind of starting to separate a little bit. I got to take it in, but I'll tell you, I played the shit out of that rascal. A lot of memories, you know what I mean? Let's see where I can get some premium around here. What's up? What's up? Yeah, take it apart and then make sure it's pointing the right direction for suction first off on the check valve, and then take it apart and either Loctite that seam right there or Teflon tape it and tighten the fuck out of it, because vibration will vibrate those loose. I never recommend hooking your downstreamers directly to the machine. I always use a whip line or an extension from the machine to my downstream injector, from the downstream injector to the hose. And that kind of will make a buffer of vibration, so that vibration's not hitting my injector so much. And that's how Ben gets like 9 months out of his skunk valves, is because he has a long extension. Not long, I mean, it's like 10 feet or something. And, but that's really usually what it is. It's the only issues I've ever seen guys have them is they vibrate loose because of something, some makeup on the machine on how he's mounting it, right? But when you get them, that's what you need to do. You need to tighten the shit out of those, because they go together, right? There's two pieces and they go together. I'm gonna say this. The two pieces, and you got the internals. You're gonna screw those together super tight and you shouldn't have any problems. But you also gotta make sure that the arrow's pointing the right way. That could be a... All right, let's see if these old Chevelles got that center mounted gas tank behind the tag, so I always gotta get more comfortable. I always gotta get closer to the damn pump that I'm comfortable for my damn rims, you know. Oh man, she's been sitting under a tree, but she ain't too ugly. Let's go. This is called the reverse skunk. This is called the reverse skunk right here. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Dang, it's much cheaper down here than Nashville. Pretty slick, ain't it? He did a pretty good job. It's not perfect, but I didn't want to pay the $80,000 for a perfect Chevelle that I was too scared to drive, man. Just too scared to drive it because you don't want to destroy anything. You're scared of getting a scratch on everything, man. That anxiety, dude, I can't deal with that. Can't deal with that. I got to be able to drive this shit and not worry. Like my driveway has like a hump where it goes from the driveway through that little, it's not a ditch, but it's like a little water drain kind of thing that the city makes. And like I would scrape a little bit right there because of my headers and my exhaust. And eventually I got the city to come out and fix it. And it's perfect now. Like there's a way I can go over it and it'll miss that. But dude, for like a month or two, of course I'm driving this shit. It's gonna scrape. So I don't know what to tell you. Like we gonna drive it though, by God. All right. Let's see what we got. Give me that super shit, man. Let's see. Yeah, man. Well, you just take it apart and rebuild it and tighten the shit out of it and Loctite that little seam or like, what is it, Monster tape or something, that thicker Teflon tape should kind of bind it up maybe a little bit, allow you to get a lot tighter. But that's the only issue that I've ever had with them. So all right, let's see what we're gonna do, man. What kind of damage we got going on here? Not bad, just for coming out of Nashville. These tanks right here will trick you. You think it's full, it ain't full, okay? It ain't full. It just has flowed up that neck super fast. And you think it's done, it ain't done. I almost ran out of gas one time like that. Because it clicked and I was like, damn, this thing's full. Like the gas gauge doesn't work all the way. So you don't really know where you are. It was like right when I first bought it. And I was like, now I know where E is. E is like actually on E, but it won't go all the way up. It's an old car. But this is gonna be the spokes car for probably Skunk and another thing we got going on down there. Another little thing. See, y'all don't know about this yet. I'll have to make y'all privy to it pretty soon. All right, dog. Sold your 69 Cadillac convertible. Sold to a guy in California and drove me crazy for years trying to buy it from me. You raced me in the wash rig. I can confidently say this car will beat the wash rig. It probably won't beat some of those like really fast race rockets though, you know. But it definitely gets more looks. Like anywhere I go in this ride, I've always got like a minimum of like one black guy who comes and wants to buy it from me, and then a bunch of other thumbs ups. Every black guy in Nashville wants to buy this car right now. I had no idea the love of these classic cars and the willingness to buy and talk about buying it that my black brothers out there have. They love this car, bro. It's great. They come, you know, white dude will give you thumbs up, right? White dude be like, hey man, cool car. Black dude, he, hey cuz, hey how much you take for it right now? I tell him, dude, look, 30K right now, bro. It's all yours. You can take this rascal, do whatever you want to it for 30K. You could throw it in a landfill, throw it in a ditch. Where's my cigar at? You said you're not welcome here. You're gonna have to get the bigger turbos. I think it might just be the weight, frankly. I think it might just be the weight is your issue. You could probably put 7 turbos on it. That wash rig is gonna slow you down. Okay. All right. My man, Terman. What up, Term Dog? Hope you're good, dude. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. I've been enjoying them Monte Cristos. I've been enjoying them. I gotta figure out when my damn cigar went, because we got a few little toys here we're going down here with, baby. Hey, we're going down here. We're going to go play a little bit, you know what I mean? Gonna go do some R&D. R&D, by God. Where my damn cigar at? We can't leave without my cigar.
What year is that?
That's a 72, man.
I had a 69.
Yeah, that's a nice one, too.
I sold it to a cousin of mine. It gave me a hard story. It was immaculate shape.
Really?
For $350.
$350, man.
The thing now is worth $25,000, $30,000.
Do you regret it?
I do.
Well, I'll sell you this one right now for $30,000.
No, where are you from?
I'm from Nashville.
Nashville?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had I just had no idea that they had that kind of value to it.
Well, you know, they keep going, right? They just keep going. However much you want to spend on them, you can spend on them.
He gave me a hard story, and I had 2 other vehicles.
Right. So it was just sitting.
Well, I'd still drove it. So
Right.
Interior is immaculate. Everything was just, try to keep the vehicles. But yeah, I just I struck out on that one. Big
Hey, that's all right, man. It's good
Be
to see you,
careful,
brother.
yeah.
Take it easy, all right? See what I mean? You see what I mean, boy? I shouldn't have sold it. I shouldn't have sold it, by God. You know what I mean? Like, dude, sell the shit. Sell it. Sell it. Go buy another one. What if you start think about this. What if you start thinking in terms of just like making more money? You know what I mean? You ever thought about this? Like, think in terms of screw that shit. I'll sell it. Go buy another one. Or I'll buy something else. I'll sell that. Go buy something else. Sell that. You know what I mean? Like, It's completely the antithesis of how I grew up, right? My dad. Oh, there's my cigar. I knew it was around here. If I hang out long enough, I'll find it. Um, my dad he's so funny. He loves his 97 Z71 Chevrolet truck. 98. It's a 98. You gotta give him a little more points there, man. Get one more. And in the country, bro, like, people don't sell nothing, right? They don't sell anything. They're usually gonna keep it if it's their main car or if it's something special like this. They're gonna keep it. And I wanna go the opposite way. I wanna go to where, like, I got a Chevelle here, okay, got rid of that. Cool, man, I bought this. Okay, cool, get rid of that. Cool, buy that, you drive it for a couple months, get rid of that, right? Start thinking in terms of not being romantic about the material things, because you can always go buy another Chevelle. You can always go buy another Nova, another any of them, another Camaro. I got a guy who has a badass 68 Camaro. Same guy who sold me this one. And he's like, you want to buy it? I mean, it's in better shape than this. It's geared much lower, which I don't love, but it's in pretty immaculate condition. 38K right now. You want it? Which is a great deal, frankly, for that car and the joy you'll get out of it. But what you do is you buy it, you drive it for a little bit, have fun with it, do what you do in these cars, which is have fun, because there's nothing really economical about them, and then you get rid of it. You know what I mean? And get something else. Don't think in terms of like that guy was like, he sold it to a dude for $300. Well, back in that day, $300 was probably much more money, okay? And it was much more money than now. And you didn't lose, man. It's just whatever. Go buy another Chevelle. You know, make more money. It's a lot easier to make $10,000 more a month than it is to save $10,000 more a month. Bet that. Take that to the bank, as Nancy Pelosi would say. You can stop Can you hear me now? This is frustrating because I didn't press a button to make it do anything different. Alright, I'm gonna come back. It'll give me audio again. Hold on. Am I good? You can hear me? MAGA. Hey, MAGA, you can't hear me. Alright, I'll come back. Dude, whoever figured out Buc-ee's, man. Y'all fucking with me, bro.
I can't hear you. I can hear you.
Go on, get that Jaime started back up. We're back. Okay, what I was saying is, it's a lot easier to make $10,000 more a month than it is to save $10,000 a month. And all it comes down to is how many touches on prospects and how many offers are you making per week. That's all it comes down to, boys. I promise. If you will look back at your call log, go ahead. For outbound calling and your follow-up log, it might scare you to know how little activity is going on there. I know it scares most people because most salesmen don't follow up. I think 70% of salesmen never follow up. That's a crazy stat. Like, that's insane. So you beat 70% of people by never following up, by following up once? And it goes down to like 5% of salesmen follow up twice. So you can beat 95% of all salesmen simply by making 2 more phone calls to the same prospect. Well, shit. You know what I mean? Stack the odds in your favor when it comes to this, right? Figure out, that's been my big thing the whole time, is figure out what everybody else won't do. That really moves the needle, which following up does move the needle in a huge way. And just do those little things. It's not asking you to like,
Oh, well, you gotta launch a satellite. Yeah, well, if you didn't launch that satellite, it's $20 million to launch that satellite. Now, if you had launched that thing,
no, it's not that shit. It's little shit that makes a big difference. And if you will do that and make it a priority and you will track it just for literally, track it for 1 quarter. Okay? Track it for 1 quarter. See if you can make 30 outbound calls a day. This is very, 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 very low expectations. Okay? Most salesmen, their minimums are, yep. There we go. Most people are not going to do those little things. Yes, sir. All right. Now, can y'all see me? Am I sideways like this? Am I sideways? We about to merge onto the interstate. And I want to see if I can lock this shit. off power. You're right. But it just comes down to tracking, like how much activity are we doing and how many times are we asking for the sale, right? So that's a big piece of that, is not just making the phone calls, because you can make 1 million phone calls and never ask for the sale. That's easy. You just avoid the confrontation or the rejection. The point is to run towards the rejection. Find a way to get rejected more, because rejection is the key to money. How do I get more people to tell me no? There's a great book called Getting to Know. Getting to the word N-O, no. And that's sales methodology, is instead of calculating how many yeses you get, calculate how many no's can I accumulate. Can you go for no? No, it may be called go for no. Go for no might be it. It's basically just the reverse. Working from the negative. I love working from the negative because I'm generally a realist, is what most people would call negative. I just don't believe in sugarcoating anything. The numbers are the numbers. And how do we adjust the numbers? By actually looking at the real numbers and adjusting our activity based on whether they're good or bad, based on what our ability to produce is. You know, a lot of people are just not living up to their ability as far as how much they can do. I'll tell you, my biggest month was like 42,000 in the business, and we were averaging probably 28 to 35 the rest of the year. So it was like a March where we started hitting those bigger numbers. And that was pretty much all residential, small commercial stuff. Commercial stuff will put you over the edge. Commercial will put you over 100K a month if you start really dialing that in. But, all right, here we go. Hang tight. Okay, it's hard to do a video in this car, which is probably good for me. I love you guys. I'll see you. I'll do a video tomorrow with Cody, or tonight. I'll see you guys.